Hi, my name's Dani with Realistic Intentionality, and today I kind of figured it's time to talk about letting go of the things that aren't meant for us and holding on to the things that are, and using discernment to tell between the two. Because we all know it is incredibly difficult to really know what's meant for us and what isn't, whether it's a relationship, a job, a habit. We don't know, and that can make it a little tricky. I have Palo over here and Sophie down here. I don't know if she's in frame, but I have two lovely animals attending this video. So we are going to roll with the punches because I have a feeling Palo might try to eat my plant. So I'm going to need to stop him if he does. Maybe you guys can let me know. We'll make it like Blue's Clues. Just tell me if it's happening and I'll, you know, fix it. But yeah, let's get into it, right? So obviously, in this life, there's all these ideals in our head of like, okay, I want this to happen. I want to make this work out. I want to avoid this. And life likes to throw curveballs, right? It's not always so easy. And sometimes the things that we want don't necessarily want us back. Excuse me. Hello. Like, I want my cat to not eat the plant. And apparently, that's not the case, right? But using intentions and mindfulness to try to discern what is actually meant for us and what isn't is so essential. It saves us time, it saves us energy, and it allows us to avoid the things that are ultimately not meant for us. Because some things just aren't, you know? Some people just aren't meant to be, our one of our partners or, a friend, and some jobs just aren't going to work out even if they seem good on paper. So by being mindful, first off, you can even just tell if something is in alignment with your goals or your path or your journey. Sorry, I'm going to continuously be looking to make sure Palo doesn't eat my plant. But as we've talked about on my blog and in the previous video, we're here trying to get you your dream life, the life that you exist for, right? So there's going to be things that you're going to want, but they don't align with your life, right? Like there's some things that just aren't going to align, right? Like if you want to spend a lot of time outdoors, right? And you want to work outdoors, but then you get offered an office job. Yeah, the office job might be good, but does it really align with your values? Or if you have, a love interest who just doesn't have the same life goals as you, like maybe you really want to become a well traveled person and they just don't like to leave their house at all. And part of your thing was you wanted a partner that you could travel with. Sorry. Then it's not going to work out because you want a travel partner, right? And you are going to be traveling and you're just going to be thinking like, man, I could have a partner that would travel. And you can't really help who you fall in love with, but it's just allowing yourself to use discernment. Like, okay, that is something to be considered. It may not be the deciding point, but it is something to think about. Using mindfulness is applying those thoughts that come in your head, and then having the intention is navigating those thoughts and figuring out if those thoughts are aligned with your intention. So, we'll stay with that metaphor, right? So, you're dating someone who doesn't want to travel, and in your thoughts all the time when you're on trips while they're at home, you're just thinking, like, man, I'm really lonely. Like, man, I really wanted to do this with a partner and stuff. Your thoughts are telling you you're unfulfilled in the relationship. And so, you need to think if you want a life with a fulfilling relationship that is full of travel and adventures, your mind, being mindful with your thoughts, brings that awareness, right? That relationship is not aligning with your journey, right? Or going back to the job, if you're sitting in your office job and you're trying to convince yourself, like, the money's worth it, it's got to be worth it, but you just keep kind of feeling like it's not meant for you, right? And you can't force something to be for you. you can't force yourself to like that job. You can't force your partner to go on trips with you. You have to just let it go if it's not aligned. And then there's things that just keep happening for you that you didn't really think aligned in your life, but they seem to be working out. They respect your values, they align with your journey. And you're like, man, I wasn't really anticipating this, but clearly it's meant for me. There's going to be tons of things that you're going to want to force to align with you, and things that just align with you that you didn't even try. And going with that flow and being mindful and having that intention to really discern what things to, maybe include in your life and what things need to be excluded is really going to help you. And I truly cannot speak enough about how being intentional and being mindful and being in the present, it helps so much with figuring out what it is. And stay firm. If someone's treating you badly and you're like, this isn't what I want, but then every once in a while they treat you kind of nice, be firm. You want a relationship where they treat you good all the time, right? If you keep getting job offers for something that isn't really what you're looking to do what you want to do on the side, because we're all about realistic, right? You got to pay the bills. But move towards that, and don't force yourself to stay in a job that's stifling you by any means. So yeah, that's just a short little video. I truly didn't really know what I was going to say when I sat down. Today has thrown me tons of curveballs that I'm just trying to roll with, but I did want to get something down, so that's how you can use, mindful intention to kind of discern what's for you, what isn't. Pay attention to your thoughts, okay? Your thoughts are not always winners, right? But they do kind of show you the temperature of what's going on in your head. So kind of listen to them, and you don't need to obey them, right? But just listen to them and kind of figure out why you're having these thoughts, because it can help push you in the right direction. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope it works out for you. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.